Asics Metaspeed Sky Plus has just dropped. I've been testing it out for the past week and a half. Managed to get lots of sessions in it. It does look sexy, but does it live up to its, well, reputation? Asics did send me these shoes to test, but there is no obligation to make a review or even really run in them, but of course I'm going to run in them because I enjoy running. I will be returning these shoes, and of course all thoughts and opinions are completely real and honest because that is the whole reason why I do YouTube. Price of the shoe, yeah, that's always the most important. What's going to hit our bank, 250 euros for the shoes as of now when it's just been released. And yeah, I mean, running shoes got pretty expensive, hey? But it's got a 5mm drop from heel to toe, 33mm in the heel and 28mm in the forefoot area. It does have a full carbon plate blade quite high up in the midsole area, just here, and then lots of cushioning underneath it. As for the base of it, it has this nice, I don't know, it's just grip, right? As for the materials on the upper, they call it motion wrap, and I think it's just like pretty basic in most of these racing shoes. It's really nice and light, breathable, and also, you know, but yeah, again, it does support the shoe and the foot that is in it. So yeah, weight wise, 205 grams. They are light, that is for sure, and that is going to be one of the positives, which I will be getting in through to the positives and the negatives of my testing for this shoe just in a moment. But two really important things I want to start here with. First of all, I want to say, if you're enjoying the video, you like running, hit the subscribe button, it really does help my channel. Enough of that, but the main point that I want to stress here is that super shoes like these have started to make a huge presence in the running world, and for most of us out there, what can help us the most, and if we're looking to beat our times, it's probably better to buy a training plan, get a coach, and invest more of your time to doing actual running than expecting a shoe to improve your results. Of course, when you are getting consistent at running, when you are really doing those training sessions that you've been set and you want to get that real marginal gain, then yeah, get these shoes. I really do think so. So before going through all the positives and the negatives of the shoe, I want to explain how I tested it. I wanted to make sure that I did enough kilometers, and also I tested it to specificity, train specific in the shoe, and try it out also at different paces. About 42 kilometers, yeah, quite a surprise. It's a marathon shoe and I ended up doing marathon, but not all at once. What I've done is I did a marathon paced workout. I also did some faster running around that VO2 max, or just above the anaerobic threshold, 4x1 kilometer on the running track, along with some strides. So, you know, some of those sprints, let's call them like that. And just yesterday I did 6x3 minutes just under my anaerobic threshold on some rolling hill terrain. All of this was on asphalt because this shoe is meant for running on the asphalt. It's really important when you are testing to test it specific to how they have designed and they intend that shoe to be used, not just going out there jogging, and not also equally obviously important to make sure that you do enough testing within the shoe. Another thing to note, the carbon plate obviously gives it a stiffness within the shoe. So the midsole material consists of their Flight Foam Turbo material, so it's super squishy. Has this carbon plate, as we said, which is super stiff. So combine them together, you do get the stiffness that when you load it and unload it, it kind of affects as a spring. But not only just that, because it's got this thick wedge of the Flight Foam Turbo midsole underneath it, that the compression when you hit the asphalt and then it presses against that stiff plate also helps to give some of that rebound effect, in turn saving your feet a little bit, giving you a little bit extra energy, and probably just making it look cool because you're wearing fluorescent yellow and pine green I think that's what they're called. So one of the first things that I really like about these shoes is, yes, how light they really are. 205 grams. When I got them in the box, it kind of felt like there was just one shoe in there, but the lightness of the shoe, underfoot, and also, well, when you're holding them, it doesn't really matter. I guess it's how it feels underfoot. If you think about it, most shoes now weigh like 300 grams, and this is 200 grams. That's like 2/3 of the weight, and it's just like incredible to think that they can make with a carbon plate, so much cushioning, fits, and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, just great. I really like the grip. I have the Magic Speeds from Asics, and pretty similar. They have this kind of, I don't know how you'd call it, looks like almost like a tennis racket to me, but it really, I feel like I get good grip, and it might seem like a real basic need, and it is of a shoe. The laces and the upper feel really good. Now, sometimes, you know, when it is so loose like this, you do start to worry, is my foot going to be sliding around all over the place? But no, I think these laces, it's really funny. They have this kind of ribbed kind of pattern on it, and that helps somehow to secure down, and the fabric just fits comfortable. It feels like the normal shoes that I am wearing, but it is race kind of standard. So the next point I'm getting onto, there will be something about this in the negative section, but positive wise, when you're running at the right pace with it, it just feels so good underfoot. And how do I mean by that? It just, I don't know, you feel that flow. That's how I feel. I'm trying to figure out how I found that, and for me, when I was running at around 3:40 per kilometer, that is kind of just around my anaerobic threshold. So for me, from marathon pace to anything above, it felt pretty good. I will admit, I felt at marathon pace, maybe I had some expectation it was going to do miracles for me, but I think anything that was a little bit faster than marathon pace actually felt really good. It felt like I was getting some return, and maybe the placebo effect, but my thoughts were at the time that it was making like 5 seconds per kilometer quicker. Yeah, I don't know how true or real that is, but for me, it did feel just a little bit easier than normal when I was doing that. Maybe that's also because I was correctly hydrated, ate well, slept well and everything, but the shoe, it definitely felt good underfoot. It felt good when I was running faster rather than at, I don't know, marathon pace or slower. And finally, one of the last things that I do like about the shoe, after 42 kilometers, I don't see any compression within the midsole. The upper still looks perfect. And yeah, the grip also, I don't see any wear or tear on that. That they do deteriorate a little bit quicker than your everyday trainer, which I guess is also what you should also have in your running shoe rotation, because you shouldn't be running all your runs in race day shoes. So I'm gonna be honest here, not too many dislikes. I thought I'd have more, to be honest, but the biggest thing, 250 euros for a pair of shoes. Is it worth it? It's a tough thing. If you really enjoy running, this is what I'll say, that do those first things first. Invest your time and your money into making sure that you are doing the correct training, being consistent with your running, and all those other things, maybe your hydration and all that. Maybe that is going to give you bigger return on investment than maybe the running shoes. But then if you're already doing, you know, consistent running and everything, and you're looking for that little bit of marginal gain, and well, plus if you just enjoy running and it's something that makes you really excited and you want to get out there, buying a pair of shoes like this for 250 euros can be worth it, and I would recommend it. I love running, and I am happy to buy these types of shoes because it keeps me motivated in a sense, and I enjoy it. So yeah, if you enjoy doing something, you should invest into that sport, and I would say that it's a good investment in a sense. The other thing is, so I've been doing these sessions, and then obviously you have recovery periods between intervals, or you have a warm up or a cool down. And what I will say is, like a shoe like this, if you're doing your warm up and cool down, and my easy running pace is, let's say, around 5 minutes per kilometer, it just doesn't feel nice to run in it. I don't enjoy running my kind of like recoveries or the easy parts in this shoe. just something about it, it just doesn't feel comfortable. It may be because, you know, there is so much cushioning that you do lose a little bit of stability or whatever it may be. But just jogging in a shoe like this is not comfortable. Well, I guess that is probably expected when it is designed to be running fast. Right, all that said and done, that is my review of the Asics Metaspeed Sky Plus. I've really enjoyed running in them. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope it brought some value. The whole point of me to make these videos is to bring some value to you who's watching this video and also try and help a little bit. So if you do have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will be getting back to you. As I said, big thing for me here is remember, be consistent at your running, get some good training in, and if you want to take your running that little extra notch, then these types of shoes will be helping you very much in your running journey, and also just fun to get out there and try new things and new technologies. Thank you very much for watching the video, really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy it, hit the like button. As I said, leave any comments or questions down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and we'll see you in the next video.